The wrestling world has been buzzing with reports that Pentagon Jr., aka Penta, aka Penta El Cero Miedo, has signed with WWE or is close on the brink of signing with WWE after his contract with AEW expired. And if that's true, his debut could most likely be taking place on the Raw's premiere event on Netflix. A show which is already stacked with the blockbuster attractions and a plethora of superstars, and with him being added onto the mix, it could only make it greater. And for those unfamiliar, Pentagon Jr., aka Penta, is a legendary figure in the Lucha Libre. Known for his dark and enigmatic charisma, high-flying skills, and brutal striking offense, he has left his mark in promotions like AAA, Impact Wrestling, Lucha Underground, and most recently, he's been an AEW original for the past 5 years, alongside his brother Rey Fenix, together known as the Lucha Bros. Now, as we all know, Tony Khan has added on the injury time to Rey Fenix's contract, so due to that reason, we might not be seeing Rey Fenix anytime soon in WWE, which means Pentagon Jr. will fortunately and most likely be debuting in WWE as a single solo superstar. And honestly, I'm not even complaining, and I'm sure a lot of you would not complain either, because Penta as a solo competitor is absolutely cinema. I feel like him being added into a tag team reduces his mystique and reduces his potential of showing how great and powerful his character really is. So with any further ado, let's dive into a couple of angles that he could be involved in, or a number of ways that WWE could carry out his debut. Now, if you guys might have noticed in the past few weeks, ever since New Day's controversial actions and speech against Big E during the New Day's 10-year anniversary, Rey has expressed disappointment with their newfound arrogance and lack of respect. We've seen a couple of segments, including this week as well as last week, when Rey Mysterio let them know that they don't have a place in the locker room anymore and whatnot. Now, what I feel is that maybe these backstage segments between the New Day and Rey Mysterio are not really pointless after all. Maybe they are leading up to a storyline, maybe leading up to the debut of Pentagon Jr. Now, this could be carried out in a number of ways. We could have the New Day attack Rey Mysterio and blindside him and do the numbers game on him exactly the day of Raw's premiere event on Netflix, because it would make sense with New Day being frustrated from the way Rey has been treating them for the past 2-3 weeks. And just as the New Day would be close to injuring Rey for a long time, the lights would go out, and when they come back on, there you have it, Pentagon Jr. in WWE. The crowd would go ballistic, and it would be a really cool moment, with Pentagon standing behind the New Day, and as soon as they would turn around, he would hit them with the Cero Miedo. And they could have Penta and Rey together fend the New Day off. And that could be a really cool legendary moment between two lucha legends, Rey Mysterio and Penta. Now, either this segment could end right there, or we could witness another twist, with Penta attacking Rey Mysterio himself and making an impact in WWE on his debut as a heel dark lucha legend. Now, even if he does not attack Rey Mysterio and only helps him, that moment itself would be a pretty cool standalone moment. Or it could open the door for a potential tag team bout on the following episode of Raw between the New Day going against Rey Mysterio and Pentagon Jr. Another way that Pentagon Jr.'s debut could be booked would be with him attacking none other than the newly turned dark character Shinsuke Nakamura, who is also the current US champion. Now, we all know that Shinsuke and LA Knight have had some bouts, not only now but also in the past, so it only makes sense for Shinsuke to finally find a new character and a new opponent. And I just can't think of anybody who could match or even surpass his level of mystique and darkness other than Pentagon Jr. Also, since he is debuting as a solo competitor, it would help him a lot for him to be added into the mid-card title as soon as he debuts. Now, this angle could be executed in a very similar manner as to Rey Mysterio's angle, taking place after Shinsuke continues to attack LA Knight after a match or probably a promo after a blindside attack with the lights going out and when they come back on again the same way, with Pentagon Jr. standing behind Shinsuke Nakamura, with Shinsuke trying to attack him with his mist, and with Pentagon not parrying that mist, but instead taking it and being unfazed. That would be a pretty cool moment and something the WWE Universe has not seen until now. And then of course hitting him with the Cero Miedo, followed up by a Pentagon driver. Or might as well even attack him with the Fear Factor, since we've already seen Kevin Owens hit the reverse pile driver on Cody Rhodes the other week. I would not be surprised if WWE allows Pentagon to use his Fear Factor finisher move. And of course it would be really cool to see him use the sacrifice, the arm breaker in WWE. And what I would really appreciate and would find really interesting if WWE makes it a big deal, just like they used to make Randy Orton's punt kick a really big deal, and people would go out of action and be injured for weeks or months even after they get punted by Randy Orton. In a similar way, it would be really cool to see people out of action and wearing casts on their shoulders or arms after Penta locks them with the sacrifice. An attack on Shinsuke could also be followed up with Pentagon being on SmackDown, which means we could have a few matches between Pentagon Jr. and Carmelo Hayes, or even Andrade, as well as Santos Escobar. So many talents and so many potential storylines and weekly matches which could take place with the presence of Pentagon Jr. Now either this, or they could also save Pentagon Jr.'s debut for until WrestleMania. Now WrestleMania is not that far away. We could wait a few more months, and his WrestleMania debut could be set up in a similar fashion as to the Hardy Boys' return on WrestleMania 33, when they were the wild card entrant into the Tag Team Championship ladder match. In a similar way, Pentagon Jr. could debut on WrestleMania in a United States Championship ladder match. Right after everybody has entered into the ring and the match is about to start, the host of WrestleMania, whoever might that be, could make their entrance and announce to the crowd that this ladder match is no longer a 6-man or a 7-man or whatever number of people are participating in that match, and that now there is a wild card entrant. And then the lights would go out, a few pyro, and out comes Pentagon Jr. and the whole stadium would erupt. WrestleMania 41 is already shaping up to be one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time, and with Pentagon Jr.'s debut, it would only become much more memorable and monumental. So these were my ideas for Penta's fantasy booking of his debut in WWE. What do you guys think? Do you like any of these ideas, or do you have some of your own? Let us know in the comments below how you would like to book Penta's debut. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to turn the notification bell on just so you know exactly when the pin